Today we're going to be making our bash prompt just a little bit more livable. And in order to do that, I'm kind of minimal in this aspect. There's lots you can do to your .bash RC to make the prompt itself look livable. But I'm kind of lazy in that aspect. And generally speaking, I hobbled together from presets and stuff. But one of the first things I generally do is I install the bash line editor script from GitHub. And that's one of the first things that I typically do in this situation. And in order to do that, you're going to end up going on your web browser to this particular GitHub project, the bash line editor script. And there's some quick instructions for how to get this installed. So we'll go ahead and give those a good look at. Uh, so here we go. So generally you'll want to copy these 3 lines. If you want to add it to your bash RC, you can copy the bottom set, and it should pretty much automatically work. We'll go ahead and do that. A lot of nonsense is happening on the screen, but at the end of all that nonsense, when we open up a new terminal, actually I'll go ahead and just close out of that terminal. We should have an autocomplete, or even, and every time we go to type in a command, like our normal day-to-day update command, we can type in hit the right arrow key, the right direction arrow key, and it'll automatically complete the command. If that's not the command we're looking for, it'll start trying to get there before you can get done typing. But I'm kind of generally a little faster at it once it past that certain point. But after that, after we get our nice autocomplete taken care of, the next thing I generally do is I install Starship, and there's presets you can use here. I generally, not even lying to you, I generally install it and don't even worry about any of the excess stuff that comes along with those pre-installed those presets. But we're going to go ahead and run the installation script, and there are ways that we could actually take this, because what curl does is it downloads the script and then we pipe it through the executable part. But we can actually look at this script before we run it. I've just ran the script so many times now that it's not even funny. So after it's done installing installing Starship, it's going to ask you to put a command within your .bash RC again. So we'll go ahead and do that through Vim. And I mean, you can use Nano. Vim's just the first one I go with. And then right below the line that was created for our bash line editor, we're going to want to go down and add this line to our bash RC file. And then once that's added, we get out of the text editor, save the file, and we're going to reopen our terminal once more. And it popped up in the wrong spot. And now we don't have anything, it looks like. This actually is kind of nice though, because as we, descend upon our upon our directories, we'll slowly get what directory we're in, and on the top there, and it'll kind of give us a clear and plain view. But if that's not really too much your jam and you want more to it, you can install a nerd font and one of these presets here to make it look a little prettier. So in order to install a nerd font, and they actually kind of do a pretty good job of actually explaining how to install a nerd font as well. You have to go and install a nerd font locally to your device, and there's plenty of them out there. JetBrains is one of my favorite. There's Fira. Fira Code's actually pretty good. Fira Mono's probably better for the terminal. And you just download one of these and set it as your system font, and away you go. Now I've already kind of went ahead and done that because I kind of live in this particular instance. For the most part, I disabled a lot of my niceties to kind of show more what you will get out of the box, but a lot of that's already been done for me. So if we go in and take one of these presets, so say like this pastel power line, we just copy this configuration text. It kind of pulls the basic TOML file, and if you want, you can actually just download the TOML file as well. And as soon as you get done, you'll get your it'll change immediately. After we get Starship installed and stuff, one of the other major things that I like doing is beautifying up the ls command, or rather, I just don't even use the ls command. I alias it out and use an alternative program called LSD. So in order to get LSD, we generally do a sudo dnf install, if I can type, LSD. And as you can see, I already have it installed. And what LSD does that ls doesn't do, so say lsal, and you can, let's actually clear up real quick, ls.al. As you see, it shows everything within this current directory, but it's not all that readable. But if we use LSD with the same tag at the end, it's a lot more colorful. The permissions catch your eye a bit quicker. Like the icons tell you what's the folder, what's not. Actually, some of these the coloration of the font helps out with that as well, whereas we don't really get that too much here on the top. So generally I'll use LSD, and it helps with readability quite a bit. But even then, we're still not entirely done. One of the last things I like installing is a cat replacement as well, because cat is actually not all that readable as well. So we'll go ahead and like cat our bash rc. Oh, we're not in the right directory, so we'll actually go ahead and just get back in there. It's not all that readable. I mean, wipe on black, yeah, sure, but like we can be able to tell what does what easier if there was a little bit of color to that. So we installed that. And it's going to tell you again, hey, I already have this installed, and it's because I do. And what that actually looks like makes everything considerably more readable here. So, and with that, that's pretty much the main things that I do to ensure that I am good to go and stuff on my terminal. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed and learned something today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Really trying hard on this. And a little support can go a little long way, but hope to see you out there. Boop.